Oh. Oh, you have a phone, huh? You have a...
Yeah, this is for the information. This is for the viewing. Doggies! Get up here, Sky. Get up. Up. Come on, Storm. Yeah, that's for people viewing, and that's for the information. Hey! How are we? Give us a couple of minutes there till a few more people come in. I don't know if we're waiting on... I have to share it out to the group as well. Just give us 2 seconds. The doggies are going to calm down in a minute. They are tired. Hey, lady. How are we? I'm good. Hey, walk. Oh, Steph. Hey, Steph, Texas. I've been off for the week, lads. I've been off for the week. From TikTok. Hey. Steph, right? You're new by Steph, Texas. Now, doggies. No, up on the sofa, please. Up. Now, it's lie down time. They have many distractions here. Hey, Aaron. No, I'm over at Uncle Ian's. It's more light. I feck all light over there and I can't see nothing. So, and Uncle Liam wants to watch as well. So say hello, Uncle Liam.
Oh.
Uncle Liam's in the back. No, Storm. Uncle Liam's in the background taking some notes as well. Do we? I didn't even know. Oh yeah, but she have worse weather over there. The snow is supposed to be hitting New York or something like that, I think, as well. It's supposed to be some chill coming over the place. But yes. Lie down now, Storm. Lie down. No. You can't be running around the place. No. Lie down. Good girl. It's Kaz, Bex. Glad to... Oh, hey, Kaz. Get up, Sky. How are we? It's Scottish Kaz, is it? Blizzards. And will be ice cubes by weeks. Jesus Christ. It is. It's supposed to be bad over there. I did my weather app. My weather app tells me a lot about America. English Kaz. Yeah, we've got a couple of Kazes that come into his chicken. We've got a couple of Kazes. I've got to share this out as well now. I don't know how to share this, right? But I need to share it to... Oh, here we go. Look at share. Share it to... Hold on now a second and I just share it to Sweet Pete. Sweet more. Now, up please. Up. Take a seat there now. Thank you very much. Take a seat. I've had to send all of my information from one phone, all the research, because I've got typing research and then I've got image research. Hey Danielle, how are we, chicken? It's completely crazy. The weather over in America during the winter time can be very erratic. Very, very erratic. I just had a chance. I've just been so busy the last couple of hours running around the place, so I've just had a chance to have a couple of smokes out at the door. I can't smoke in here. So you have to be good girls. And this is what I said, even if... No, well, it is cold, actually. Oh, look at this dreadlock hanging down. It is cold, but it's not freezing. Like a couple of layers would do it. Do you know what I mean? Stay there now, Storm, please. Lie down. No, lie down. Yeah, the weather here is cold now. It's after going up a couple of degrees the last 2 days. But in the for the next 4 days, I think it's just to go to maybe two minus 1, 2 degrees. But I just layers. I am okay, Danielle. I've just had a serious busy week. I've had a serious busy week. The hut is great, Kaz. The hut's absolutely fantastic. It's managing well, compared to what it would have been now, because January and February and March and April do be wet, cold months, right? January, February, March, like, so I don't think November and December are that cold of a month compared to what January and February are. So they're the months that will tell. So yeah, we're just going to have to live through it and see. But yeah, are you okay, Danielle? Hey, Anne-Marie, how are we, chicken? I put a thingy into the group there as well. I don't know, is Victoria in? I think she might be doing a post for TikTok. We're going to start off there now soon enough. No, Storm, you're not getting down. There's no suppies in Uncle Liam's. There is no suppies in Uncle Liam's. I'm not sure who's on. That's okay. Ah, there we go. Did you do a post on TikTok? Why is my picture not on? I haven't got a clue, Kaz. Lie down now, Sky. Lie down, baby. Good girl, lie down. See, because if they see I'm distracted, that's the thing. No, now, Storm. So after being out of the house the last 2 hours. The last 2 hours and 2 lots of walkies. 2 lots of walkies and you're still whinging. 2 lots and you're still whinging. You were 22 degrees yesterday, tonight -1. That's mad. Hey, Liz. You're okay. We haven't started that yet. Sky, get up. Up. Now, you'll go out into the hallway. That's where you'll go. Go on, look out the window now. Up and look out the window. No, Storm. My God, to try keep these doggies on the sofa without getting distracted. Anyways, we just have to just wait, maybe wait till they settle because I can't concentrate. Kids, eh? And the doggies are always going to be with me. It's not like Uncle Liam now can mind them, right? So maybe I can do the next one in the bedroom the next time as well. So I'm just seeing how Uncle Liam is going to go with the live and see what he thinks of it. But I'll share as best I can. Can you not go in onto my page? No. You see, I need 2 feckin' hands. No, stay there now. Stay there. I know, I haven't got any Uncle Liam. Just change your profile pic here on YouTube. So, what I need to do, give me 2 seconds, guys. Give me 2 seconds and I just send over something. Because I could, right? I just send over something. Give me 2 seconds. 2 seconds. I know. Look at ADHD head, right? Yous are never, ever, ever going to get organised here, right? Ever. I just say that. No. Right, Victoria, did you get that? And let me know, please. Does anyone know how to put a picture up? If you go into your settings, there's a settings when you go in onto your channel on YouTube, lady or Kaz. No, Storm. This one here now, when I mean she is, she's determined, put it that way. Yeah, I think it's just you click into the settings where the little picture, roundy picture is. You click in onto that and it should allow you to change it, or there's settings up there somewhere. But just let me know if you got that. Why are we waiting? No. Up on the sofa, please. Up. Now lie down there. Sky's lying down all rested and grand. Good girl. Hi, Lorraine. We're just sorting out a few technical difficulties. A few technical difficulties. See you later, chicken. See you later. Give us about 5 more minutes, I'd say. Between 5, 6 more minutes and we're going to start. I was back on for a week. I came back off this week again, Lorraine. Just came back off this week again. I've just been so busy this week. And my mental health is... So, yeah. That's another live. That's another live. Now lie down. Lie down. Lie down. Yes, good girl. Keeping well to a certain extent. I'm keeping well to a certain extent. Physically great. Physically able to run around all over the place, but mentally probably not so much. But I'm getting there, Lorraine. I'm getting there. I'm on a healing process the last 3-4 years, and I'm still going. So I have to go through the motions to be able to feel them. And if I don't get to the end of what I feel, well, there's no process then, is there? If I just avoid it and run from it, I trust the process. That's all I try. Keep telling myself, trust it, trust it, trust it. I will do, Lorraine, I will do. We are going to start now in 2 minutes. Just once Victoria comes back in here, and just tell me that the TikTok posts are done. Because people might want to come over from TikTok as well. Hey, Esther, did you come over from TikTok? Did you see a post over there? Did you know? Did you remember? How are we, chicken? Yeah, it came up on tip. Brilliant. Feckin' brilliant. Right. Technical, I can't even say that word. Technical difficulties over. So we're going to start. I was like, where are the thingies? Oh, yeah, me email. I had to email them to myself. Yeah. Now live. Oh, Baxter is live. Hey, Baxter. What are you telling me, YouTube? Notes. Right, that's them ones. Where did the... Oh, there we go. There you are. There we have them. We have them. Hey, sweet pea. Someone to do it, Bex. I'm absolutely hopeless. I will get someone to do it. It's okay. I was absolutely hopeless at things too. And we do learn. Do you know what I mean? We do learn. It's a process too. No matter what we're doing, it's a process, right? Let me see. Sweet pea, how are we, chicken? I had a very quiet Christmas, Lorraine. Very, very quiet Christmas, my love. Very, very quiet. So. So good afternoon, good evening, good night. Wherever you are in the world, welcome to our beautiful, beautiful space. My name is Bexter, and we come with some positive vibes. We come with help, we come with tips, right? And tonight's live is about why do we consume ourselves by what so many others think about us. So, right, we're going to try help you care a little less over the next 40 minutes. We learn something. We do, Danielle, that's exactly we do. I'm okie dokie with a side of anxiety. Stop, will you, woman? It's the same here. It's the same here. We all relate. Uncle Liam is brilliant. Uncle Liam is in the background listening. So Uncle Liam, say hello to everyone.
Oh,
Uncle
hello.
Liam, Uncle Liam is watching over me. He's the foreseer.
I'm the cinematographer.
He's the cinematographer. So Uncle Liam, Sky and Storm, they're all here. We're all here. So yeah, that's all done on Insta as well. Thank you very much. And Sweet Pea says hi, Uncle Liam.
Right.
Now, right, so this podcast is brought to you with my experiences of my own situations and the situations of others. And why do we care so much and how to try combat it? So this is what our live is about. And I think from my perspective, it all stems from childhood. A lot of our parents, right? So like there's so much in respect of how to, but because you have to go back so far, the journey is hard and the journey is tough. I'm still not, I'm on mine, but I'm still not completely covered from it either, right? So we're still learning every single day. But the giving less about people, there's some I do, especially like the people we regard high value people, right? This is where it stems from, right? Our mothers and our fathers, right? And our mothers and our fathers had all of these people in their life. They had Jimmy down the road, they had the fishmonger, they had the butcher, they had the postman, the guard, the priest, right? All of these were valuable people, right? And if anything that you went to these people and you said, well, I was thinking about doing something, and if you didn't get that validation or respect, right, and that back, right? And they were the people that you valued highest, like, or even family members, the same thing, like our aunties and uncles. Them people that you seriously value, right? And if you don't get that from them, right? But older people, when in adulthood you do, right? So like in childhood, you don't understand it as till you get older, right? So a lot of our stuff, like even no matter how unorthodox we thought or how different that we were, right, even as kids, and if we try to express ourselves in a different way towards our parents, most of our ideas, most of everything was shot down, right? It's like, oh no, you can't, this won't work, that won't work. An awful lot of criticism as well. So our brain works in certain ways, and especially when you're that young. No, Storm, you're not getting water. No suppies here now. You're after getting suppies before we came over now. Take a seat, please. A lot of it was instilled into us as kids. And I think the more something is instilled and is impacted, projected on top of you, that's why we have such a high value regard of what others think. Because it's impacted on us by our forefathers, our mothers, right? And the same with how we go as adults. So like I'll say as a child, I can say from my perspective that I was never validated. Anything that I said wasn't important. So any ideas that I said, sorry now, this doggy is wrecking my head. No, you lie down now, please. Lie down. You're not going to get it by crying. You are not going to get it by crying. You do not need anything. No wee-wees, no nothing. It's only an hour, Storm. So yeah, the perspective that we have as kids and as adults, and there's an awful lot of damage done there as kids, and that's why we're not aware. There's very little people aware that most of our issues stem from our childhood, and especially what others think, especially that high value. Because like, as we taught when we were younger, right, we were told that we don't listen to strangers, that we don't trust strangers, right, which we didn't as a child, grand job. And then kind of when you get older, the stranger becomes more valuable to you because the stranger will give you more fucking validation. Like if some of your family members and the people that you love are going to criticize you, be judgmental, why would you want to tell them in the first place? Right? And if this is going to make you happy, especially, right? And you don't want to share, it's like, no, they're not going to listen to that. Like, and this is your own self-doubt and your own self-image of what you've grew up with because you've been told all of these things. Do you know what I mean? So where it starts from is you. Where it does start from is you. Yourself. You tell yourself every single day. If you've got nobody to tell you and to validate you, you tell yourself every single day, I don't care. Why should I care? What's the value? What is the value of that person in your life? And what is their opinion going to make a difference on what you do? And most of it is nothing. None of their opinions is going to matter. They're probably still going to talk anyway, right? But why does it stop us? That deep-seated, and it's childhood. It is childhood that completely stops us. And where it starts is healing that inner child. Healing that inner child, that where we come from, where it wasn't nurtured. Our ideas, I want to be a fireman, I want to be this, I want to be a dog walker, I want to be anything. Right? Most people say, no, you can't be that. No, you can't be that. Why can't, it's like, it's not going to work. Nothing's going to work. So if you have that belief system growing up for such a long time, and that's the most impression is maybe from when you're about 7 to about 10. Even younger as a child, you're very much impacted at the age, but that 7-year-old, the understanding that you're able to take in and understand emotions for starters as well, and where emotions, you don't even know where they come from. You don't even know how to express them. Right? And most times you're punished for even expressing an emotion. Never mind a thought, never mind an idea. Our parents were also very, very busy with their own lives. They were never given an instruction book, so it wasn't their fault either. It was not their fault. Do you know what I mean? If they didn't care about me as a child, I learned not to care about myself, right? Yeah. So much of that, sweet pea. The devaluation. I think if you get devalued very, very early on in life, the criticism, the judgmental, the devaluation, the non-validness, nothing, nobody cares, right? So if you get that from very, very early on in life, the steps that you have to take when you're an adult to be able to heal from that, huge, huge, right? And it's not going to be easy. Nobody said that healing was easy either. Healing from anything, healing from your inner child, right? And that's what we're starting with, about what others think, because it's the validation of our parents that's it started with. That whole validation of our parents that were supposed to nurture us and care for us and tell us that we were brilliant and we were amazing, we could be anything I want. That's missing for most of our lives. That's missing that gold. It's like a golden ticket type of thing. It's like the way I feel anyway, because like I was like, if I had got that, like, or if somebody had nurtured a child properly to be into what they really wanted to be, how much potential would that child have from a very, very young age? So you can see the people that were held back. You can see the people that were not given a chance. Right? And the people that weren't given a chance, they're probably healing right now. And if they're not even aware that they have them type of issues. The inner child, a lot of us came from broken homes. A lot of us came from addiction, alcoholic mothers or fathers, uncles, aunties. There was a lot of mental health, not even just addiction, just mental health in itself with bipolar. My mother was bipolar. I didn't know. There was just either manic depressive or depressive. Like, so these are these influential people that we're supposed to care. Right? So like the more that we've gotten older, the more that we're just like, well, I don't care. Why does it matter? Who's going to care? Nobody's going to look after it. You have to look after yourself. This is the whole thing. Once you're in that mode and in that brain work, like you're just like, I can't get out of it. I can't get out of it. I can't pull myself out of it. And every single time there is times that where you can't, there's times that I can't. There's days that I can't. Because I'm telling myself that I'm not good enough, that I've failed, that I've did this, that I've did that. But that's from the people before. I'm getting better at telling myself, I really am. I'm getting so much better. I'm getting so much better at the triggers behind what others have caused or has been impacted on me. And I'm totally well aware of my behaviours, my actions. But as a child, it is not your fault on what was impacted on you. Nothing. And it wasn't your parents either. They only came from what they thought, and they thought was right, and they thought was this and that. And yeah, if you get told it over and over and over, you're going to believe it, right? There's so many that can resonate with that. So many can relate to that even as a situation. So, yeah. Yeah, learn to give up. They do. But self-validation, self-love, self-help, self-care. There's not an awful lot of people, like, it's like, well, who's looking out? If there's nobody to look after, there's nobody to look after me. I do it all myself, right? And the help that I give, I can hinder myself a lot too. Just not saying, oh my God, I'm helping myself every day. No, I'm not. I've been barely able to pull myself up out of the bed all week long, because of my mental health. right? So I do understand, and I know, and I come from a place that where there's a lot of darkness, but so much light as well. So much light, because I keep on drawing, I keep on saying, you got this, you got this, you got this. And then sometimes I'm like, I can't even get it. It's like universe. It's like universe, right? Please throw me an olive branch, right? And the tiny, tiniest little steps, the safe places, the self-care. These are all the things, right, that help you in the steps of caring a little bit less. Because if you're looking after you, right, if they're paying your bills, right, if they're paying your bills, if they're paying for your house, if they're paying for your job, if they're paying for the things that you want to do, right, and you're the one paying for it, like, right, and but they're the ones giving the criticism and the judgment, it should not have an impact. It shouldn't, because it's the value of what they are in your lives to exactly how you feel if you're expressing something that you would like to do in your life, no matter how unorthodox it sounds. Because it's the sound of me when I said that I wanted to start camping, and I spoke to Daddy and Uncle Liam, the two most important people of my life, right? Because my boys would understand. I know that my boys would have understand. They're at the type of age, they're so open-minded. Dave was like, yeah, Grandma, you do what you need to do, right? But because of Uncle Liam and his mindset, and Daddy and his mindset, it was judgment from Daddy and criticism. No, you can't do that. Uncle Liam was kind of like protection wise as well. Daddy was protection as well, right? And it's more about the self protection, because like Daddy couldn't do that for when I was a child. So like he tried to do it an awful lot as an adult and make up for it. But then you just reject it as an adult. You're saying, I can fucking well look after myself now. Thanks very much. I think I've been doing well for the last 40 odd years. And the decisions I make, there's a lot that my parents haven't liked. There's an awful, awful lot that my parents haven't liked, nor Uncle Liam. But at the same time, for me to be happy, right? No matter what my dad thought, because I could have not did it, right? Over with my dad. I could have not went camping, right? And he did worry at the start. But it was like when I found that safe space after, I think it was about a month after camping, after I found that safe space and he knew that I was safe, there was less worry, right? But sometimes it's not even worry. Sometimes it's not even worry, but like the way that they project the behavior when they're told the idea, when they're told the idea, the behavior that they project isn't protection. It's not like, oh, I'm looking after you, I'm keeping you safe. That's not the behavior that they project, right? When you're telling people these ideas, oh, and they're like, they're only looking out for you, right? There's lots of things that people say when you tell them ideas. Oh, it'll never work. You can't do it. I was only looking out for you, right? But I think you should stand by somebody. If you've got a good friend and they come to you with ideas, you should stand by them 100% for starters, right? And if it doesn't work, right, say they tried. They absolutely tried. But how do they know it's not going to work unless they try with every little bit of might inside them? Thank you, Kaz. Thank you, chicken. It is. It's so true. Do you know what? I've had a load of stuff typed out. I'm not even reading from it. That's the thing. I'm going to start reading from this as well, because it's a perspective that I write down that I can't actually physically get out in words because of my ADHD, and I can't physically get that part of it, right? So it's, I think from my perspective, it all stems from childhood. The opinions of others matter more by the value of the person had against them. Like your parents, your grandparents, so this is kind of like going over what we just went over. And the grandparents, aunties and uncles, all of their opinions mattered so much. But why? Because of our parents, because of what they instilled into us, because of what they impacted on us. It mattered so much by what they thought. But now as I got older, I said it doesn't even matter what my dad thinks. Even the most people important to me, right? So that's who I kind of gotten rid of first in the perspective, not the strangers or the relations or the family members. Nothing. It was family members. Like I was like, if they can't see that I need to do this to be happy, then they don't have any value to me. They have no opinions on if this is going to work or not, right? So it's our parents. I think when we express something different, that they didn't have an open mind to it, it was just shut down because your opinions wasn't valued, because they were different, unorthodox or not the norm, because of what society has made them think of it, We have been made think it as well. So because our opinions were devalued very early on, it didn't give us a good self-image about ourselves. And especially with our mental health issues, things were projected onto them that they didn't have to feel. And this goes back to self-image on how people view us as well. I know from my own perspective, I faked it until I made it, and we'll just get that out there. I always say this. My confidence as well, I faked it up until I made it. I am not a confident person, but I have made myself to be a confident person, and my anxiety drives me to do even more so, because we overcompensate. So most people don't even know I look nervous. Most people don't even know it's anxiety. Most people think it might be just me ADHD. And I hide it very, very well because I've wore such a mask most of my life to be able to cover these anxieties, these crippling pains. Right? So I've wore so many masks that I'm just tired. Rip the fucking mask off and let people see who I really am. Do you know what I mean? And people do like me for me. It's not that I was always afraid that I was, because I just don't fit in anywhere, right? Because that you don't fit in, because that you're not that normal person. But that doesn't matter. You're still going to be loved. There's people out there that are going to love you. You don't need to be loved by everyone, right? You don't need to get that validation off of everyone. Self-validation is probably worth way more than what you'll get off of any other person. You shouldn't need to go for another person for validation, especially on the fucking internet. You do not need to go to the internet for validation, right? I did as well. This is where I said I came to TikTok, right? I know with the importance that people made me feel. It's not like that, oh my God, I need that validation every single day. I got it and I loved it. And like people are so kind and so good. But I actually physically, I was like, as much as I get it, I was like, I don't actually need that validation. I don't physically need that validation from others to be able to know who and what I am. I know exactly what I am. I know what I'm doing, where I'm going, what I need, what I want. And my safe space has allowed me to do that. Just because nobody else involved, just me. Do you know what I mean? Just me. Hi Bex, how? You didn't see it in a while. Oh, hey Kim, how are we, chicken? Thank you, Kaz. Thank you so much. So yeah, I faked it until I made it. I was never told I was good enough, I was never told I was good enough, and I bet a lot can relate to that. So that can have a serious impact on how others think about us, because of the ones that are supposed to love us the most don't have faith in us. How are we supposed to believe in strangers, right? But something I've learned over the last 4 or so years, it's the value that people have in my life as I've gotten older and a bit wiser, is that most don't matter. Because of the devaluation from before, strangers will give you more value now and give you more belief, right, than any of your family members and any of your relations. The internet now can, and this is why people go to feed off it and consume themselves by what others think. Right, we keep leading back to the same thing, so it's so deep seated, so deep, so many years. So depending on what age you are, like it's like I'm just going on 45, right, and it's that perspective of that many years of thinking the wrong way and redirecting your brain to think the right way. Thank you so much, Esther. Thank you, Lorraine. Thank you, Danielle Chicken. Thank you, Lorraine, again. Yeah, but so something I've learned over the last 4 years is the value of others. Yeah, and you get more value from strangers, right? And they'll give you more belief. If you already feel what's right and what makes you happy, sometimes the devaluation of others can drive you to do it anyway. Right? And we understand this madly because like the more somebody tells me not to do it, fucking right, I'm going to do it. Right? So does that little tick, does some people don't have that tick inside them, right? Some people don't have that authority issue. So the more I was told that I couldn't, the more I did, right? But not when I was younger. Not when I was younger, because we didn't have nothing, right, to, if we wanted to run away or something like that, or if we wanted to run away and go school ourselves or whatever, or go, I didn't want to go learn because I hated school. I was just turned against it from a very, very young age as well. Do you know what I mean? So like all of them things, everything was driving us, like from what everybody thought. Yeah, so the devaluation of others can drive you to do it anyway. And the more that happens, You can either think two ways, that I'm not going to let it stop me, or I am going to let the others' opinions of what I think make me happy stop me, right? Because if you think like they have no value on your happiness, they have no value, like, because they're not going to make you happy. It's only you that's going to make you happy. But why do we need the validation off of others to be happy? Right? That's so deep seated as well. And we have to look at ourselves, the self reflection as well. We have to look at ourselves of why we feed in and need these things. Right? Childhood again. Yeah, so I think the more strength we can gain from others' perspective on this subject, and can drive others in the right direction and on the path and the journey to be happy. If someone wants the best for you, they will let you be. They will let you be. And think any of your ideas or suggestions will be good, even if it doesn't work. The support was there from the start. Once you have good love and good support in your life, even if you know now, even if it's from yourself, right? Because this is where I'm going back again. If you don't have that support and that love from other people, have it for yourself. Support yourself with an abundance of love, because this is where it starts, is with us. Nobody else is going to heal us. Nobody else. Hey, Helly, how are we, chicken? Nobody else is going to heal us but us. You, me, right? Nobody's going to give us a magic pill and it'll be okay tomorrow. You have to go through a year, 2 years, 3 years. I'm on my 4th year of healing and growing and learning and gaining knowledge of a better perspective in some ways. Right? So like this is where it's self-awareness, right? We're going to get onto this now in a minute as well. Where are we? Because I lose, this is me going back to pages as well. I lose a trail of where I am on a line. Yeah, if someone wants the best for you, they will. Any ideas or suggestions will be good, even if it doesn't work. The support was there, right? But you have to love yourself enough to be happy, no matter what others think. And we have to do this many, 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 many times a day. Years of learning, like myself, to redirect certain patterns, certain thoughts that lead to them addictive and toxic patterns and behaviours. That's what can lead to self-destruct, self-sabotage. They're all the things, like, and it's like shame that leads to it as well, right? There's so much guilt and shame of what would they think, how, what if they know, do they know, do you know, like that kind of way. So we have that start of it as well, but they shouldn't matter. They should not matter. So fucking what? You've made it to the end, and it's just their judgment and criticism that's going to drive you on the wrong path. So leave them off. They have nothing of any value to you and your thoughts in your mind. Nobody does if they're redirecting it in a negative way. Nobody does. You have the power over that mind to take in what you need to and not what you don't. And keep people around you that love and support you and make you feel good. Because the people that don't make you feel good, get the fuck. Right? And there's easy ways to express yourself. And there's hard ways to express yourself. Right? There's so much of us are so deep-seated into so many behaviours. And so many behaviours that we think is normal, and they're not. No, none of them behaviours of how we try cope are normal. But we just have to redirect the thought process to change the pattern. And once we can get, even in tiny, tiny steps, because you just don't start off with a heap of triggers. Don't start off with a heap of people. Start off with one person at a time and start off with one trigger at a time. And once you master that one person, getting rid of him, once you master that one trigger, move on to the next. Tiny, don't be overwhelmed, because like I've got like so many years. I've got so many, many years of to heal, right? So like that's the overwhelming part. Don't think of how long. Don't think of when, who, what, why. Just think of now, and you're getting through it. I used to have a hard time accepting compliments or praise from strangers because I don't get it from my family, right, sweet pea? Same here. Same here. I shrug it off anytime I get compliments, or even if I'm told I look nice or your hair is beautiful, or even if Uncle Liam tells me, do you know what I mean? It's not something that we've had much belief in either, and it's horrible. So this is where our redirection of thoughts. You are beautiful, right? Any of the compliments, you're such a kind person, right? All of the stuff that comes to us from good people, right? And if it doesn't come in that direction, they're not good people, right? So we watch the behaviors of others and the actions of others, not what they say, watch what they do always. I don't care who knows about certain aspects of my, especially, yeah, right, sweet pea, especially if it can be used to help others. This is why, right, that my whole aspect, right, of my whole background, my whole tent, right, if I did give a shit, right, I wouldn't be out there to help others. And if I did give a shit, I'd be like, oh my God, look at my background, oh my God, look at this. The only reason I'm over here is because there's more light. That's the only reason I'm over at Uncle Liam's, and Uncle Liam wanted to see the first live podcast. Right, so my space, that safe space, that sometimes I do not even want to come out of that because it's too safe. I cling on to it as if it's a lifeline for me. So yeah, we have to do it so many times to redirect our brains to what we have been taught or impacted with. And some have many years of learning, like myself, to redirect certain patterns, thoughts, and our feelings to bring us, or certain patterns in our thoughts to bring us to them feelings. Once we are aware, aware is a big thing, because if you're not aware, you're on a path to nowhere, right? And willing to share to others our experiences so that we can gain, like Sweet Pea, it doesn't matter about our past. Our past doesn't define us, right? It's just given us more direction in where to go, right? It does not define who we are as people, not at all in the slightest. So we can gain more knowledge and a bit of awareness of ourselves to heal from what we were damaged by as kids. Because another thing was, I put in a post there the other day as well about 10-15% of the population not being aware. So that's 90% of the population doesn't self-reflect on their own behaviours, their thoughts, their feelings, their interactions with others. Most don't reflect, they deflect. You said, you made me feel like this, right? That's deflection. If you reflect on yourself and your own behaviours in your own time, you'll kind of realise then it's like, oh shit. Or even keep speaking to yourself over and over again. You relay it in your own head or speak it out loud before you come to the person. Because the more you keep listening to yourself, the more you'll know that it was probably out of order in the first place and you were just triggered. Thank you so much, Sweet Pea. Thank you so much. Hey, Rona. If anybody has missed anything, it's okay. We'll be putting up the live after, so it will be content to be viewed. It will be content to be viewed. Yeah, so I'm nearly thinking that's it. I had a bit more, but I think pointers, right? So like this is where the last bit is what we're going to go on, is tips and pointers, right? So like, as much as what I do for myself, a lot of other people are quite different, right? So much different in so much what they do and how they heal themselves. Everybody has a different way. But the self-help and the knowledge that you can gain, the internet gives you an abundance of knowledge and self-help. So much. And so much on YouTube. So much. The amount of psychology stuff, the amount of mental health, the amount of diagnoses. I know that you don't go around self-diagnosing, but most people are aware if they have mental health issues, right? Most people are aware. So we're just going to come on with a few tips and pointers to help you. I know that I've given mine, but it's the tiny steps, as we said, one trigger, one person at a time. That's not that huge, right? So like, if you have just that one negative person, right? And it's not that you have to get rid of them out of your lives. We're not saying get rid, right? Just don't entertain the negativity. So the minute it is, even if it comes off the phone, it's like, oh, you have to go, I'll see you later, I'm getting a call. Right? Just end something. Just, you can hang up. You have control of that button, right? Everybody has control of their own buttons. So it's like people are trying to press them the whole time. All your buttons. So keep control of your buttons. Where are we? We have a load. So develop yourself, develop your sense of self and build confidence. Practicing a self-reflection can be a powerful tool for building a strong identity. Take time to ask yourself some difficult questions. Who am I? What do I care about? What do I enjoy? Developing a value system is also important to providing a strong foundation to live your life on. People may critique your beliefs or actions, but if they're grounded in your values, the criticism is less likely to stick, right? So people may critique your beliefs or your actions, but if they're grounded in your values, if you're grounded in your own values, the criticism is less likely to stick and to make you feel more. So like if you're getting constructive criticism, which is good because that could be from your boss or in work, could be from your mom or your dad. So and then you have criticism in general like that, where it's just like that devalues your feeling altogether. So like you won't want to share if it's devalued, right? Confidence building and developing a sense of self go hand in hand. Being confident in who you are and what you stand for will boost your self-esteem and willingness to ignore others. So I've known an awful lot what I stand for, right? My belief system, why I believe, the reasons why I believe, what's led me to this, right? The only one thing that all I knew that I wanted to do was to come talk, to come speak, right? And that's all I need. I knew I wanted to speak about what sometimes I don't know, but I knew it was going to help me because I'm a talker. I knew everything that I spoke about was going to help me in some way, shape, or form. And if it was going to help even one person, to do that, and so be it, even if it was only one, but we help loads. So it can't be wrong. It can't be wrong, the paths and the directions that you take. So yeah, this is we just got to the end of that one. So develop your sense of self and build confidence, right? That's another thing as well. This is very hard to do too. Very hard to do if you have low self-esteem. Or you've that one negative person. I did have a few sweet people, but I've gotten rid. There's a friend in my life as well, and his addiction is getting worse and worse and worse. And the more worse that his addiction has gotten, the more I've had to cut him off because of the negativity, the energy drain and stuff as well. And it wasn't easy for me. Going back 2 years ago, I couldn't have did this. I couldn't have cut so many people out of my life, right? And I had to lose a lot to cut a lot of people out. And to gain that perspective, I don't need, it doesn't matter who or what or how fucking lonely I am. I do not need that in my life, and I just need to I need to heal, and I need to be alone. Sometimes I don't need to be alone, but most times I do. You need to gain that perspective, right? You need to gain that perspective to be alone in your own thoughts, your own feelings, to process them, to go through the motions. The trigger's the same thing. If you don't go through them motions and come to the end, to the end of that perspective on how you felt, how it made you felt, dig on every single trigger that you have, the self-reflection. And the more people self-reflect, I think the better behaved that they'll be, or the better that they'll think of others and not try affect them either. Like, thank you guys. Well, maybe what we'll do is, right, because we'll wait till it goes to 10 to, and we can do a takeover from next week, because I still think that there's more content. I have at least another 12, 16 pages of content for tips and stuff. So even if we leave it at that, because like my mind has gone zero, but that was an absolutely beautiful live, guys, an absolutely beautiful live. And I'm not going yet. We're going to stay on now till on the clock, right? Is it on the clock? Well, it's past, if you know what I mean. Till past? Yeah, till past the clock, but it's on the clock for me. But this is the whole thing. Once your brain starts to feed into something, like all I've did is read all week, right? Take 2-3 hours out each evening or day, right? 2-3 hours out of my day, right? And my own perspective and my own knowledge that I've gained so much from so many people as well. Do you know what I mean? To be able to give out the tips, to be able to give out the resources. If the resources ain't there, right? There's lots of resources everywhere you go. You just have to look in the right places. And some people ain't even looking in the right places. And how are we all this evening, guys? Are we all okay? Did you enjoy that as much as I did? Thank you so much, Lorraine. Did you enjoy it, Uncle Liam?
Yeah, very good.
What was your perspective?
I just didn't take a perspective earlier. I just
You
listened on
listened?
the way, and
Did you relate?
of course I could relate. I told you earlier on, but no way could I couldn't say it more distinctly.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that will relate and resonate, and
Yeah, yeah,
that's the one thing. That's the one thing is to resonate and relate.
yeah.
The stories of relation that we all have, because there's so many that will relate to addiction, and so many that would relate to grief and homelessness. But the addiction and the addiction is the big thing. So many families have so many stories. I am trying to stop being a people pleaser. I don't get much love. I didn't get much love as a child and was always compared to my older sister. So was I. So was I, Liz. So I can totally relate there, and still do, by my parents. Yeah, yeah. Because there was the golden child, which was my sister. I have a Down syndrome sister and my other elder sister. So I was the baby. But so much, right? But because of what our parents did, so I always tend to people please, and I need to stop, right? This is the thing, right? Because of the validation that you need from us, because you didn't get that from your parents, Liz, right? Do you know what you need to do is start feeding it to yourself bit by bit. Come into our lives, we'll start feeding it to you bit by bit, because you are the maker of your own destiny, not your parents, not your sister, not anyone else. You are the maker of your own happiness. I know, baby, because you probably need to bring them out wee-wees now. 2 seconds, you can hold it, Storm, you can hold it. But the perspective that others, right, only the people that want to see you do good, that big you up, that make you feel amazing, like, right, they're the people that we should have around us. Now, some family members, I know, right, so like that we choose to be around, but like we can't fucking stand them. Right, there's a lot of that going on in families, like, right, and you kind of have to suck it up, right? And they're good learning experiences. They're really good learning experiences, because if you can stand back, right, and not react to anybody's criticism or judgment in your family, that's serious learning to go in and do it in real life with strangers. Lorraine says, hi, Uncle Liam. Thank you, sweet pea. Very like me. Like, exactly. But there's an awful lot that people that watch me and come onto the lives, a lot have so much in common. A lot of us have had, especially from our childhoods, right? We all relate from our childhood stuff. Do you know what I mean? Because Uncle Liam, this is where I said Uncle Liam would have given me the most love all through my life. And there was like maybe 20 years, 15, 20 years of my life where I didn't see Uncle Liam. Right? And Uncle Liam and me have only come back into each other's lives in the last 7 years. And in the process of that 7 years, the love that me and Uncle Liam have for each other, it's not gone away since I was a child. It's still there. And the love that I have for him, only for I'm caring for him now. He's still caring for me, but I'm caring for him more. How the tables have turned, because he did the same for me when I was a child, when my needs weren't being met. All the love. He used to give me so much love and so much attention when I was a child. And he was the only one that told me like that I was beautiful and I was amazing. And I still take it to this day like that. Even if there was only one person that did tell you that, that was the one person that I kept in my heart, though. Yeah, right. My mother used to be the same. They more used to be critical. Don't do this, do that. Like, I did it this way, but like I was doing the exact opposite of what my mother did with me. But my mother, there was an awful lot. No, Sky, come up. There was an awful lot up. There was an awful lot like that. I was able to have conversations with my mother as I got to an adult. I'm still healing my inner child. I'm basically a child in an adult body. If anybody has not realised this since watching me over the last 7, 8 months, I am basically a child in an adult's body, that I haven't grown up yet. And I'm only starting to grow up. Yeah. Yeah. I'm only starting to grow up. And I realise that now. I'm healing my inner child for the last maybe 3-4 years. And then there's an awful lot of stuff that's happened through the process over the last 1.5, 2 years with my dad and my son. So they're just step backs. They're just step backs, but I trust the process because I've got such a safe space. If I didn't have that safe space, I would not be trusting no process. I'd probably be hearing Uncle Liam's and this the whole thing. With this space being so small, right? The trusting the process of being able to manage what we do. Now I know full well I probably have to come and live here with Uncle Liam when he gets a bit older. Right, when his legs don't work like they used to and stuff like that, and his hands don't work like that they used to. There's going to have to be lots of different things made over the next 10 to 15 years. I know, it's awful bad. You're such a deprived doggy. Such a deprived doggy. But we are, what time are we at now? 55. We have 5 more minutes, guys. So if we want to get in our goodbyes and our thank yous. But Lorraine, we will be doing the same podcast. I think from next week, we'll do the same. Why do we consume ourselves again? Because there's still another 40 minutes or so on that. I still have a lot more content. I know, baby. I know. But you know what? You have to listen. She has to listen. Yes. She does. Do you know why she has to listen? Because Mammy's always right. Mammy's always right. Yeah, and she go wee-wees now in 2 minutes. 2 minutes now. 2 minutes. Thank you so much, Lorraine. Night-night, Kaz. Thank you. Everybody says night-night, Uncle Liam. No. No, beautiful people, I am, because it's...
Now, you're happy with that face. I'm watching your face. I'm looking over there with that one eye, and I'm looking over there this way.
Yeah.
I can see your contentment.
Yeah.
And sometimes you don't have to be fair with the nose to it.
Yes, no, sometimes I don't. Yeah, I'm going from experience.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I could tell a whole story from...
Oh, this message was held view message. Oh, thank you. Show that. I don't know why that message, another moderator just handled this. Right, grand job. Yeah, thank you very much, Uncle Liam.
I could tell you a story about me, and it would be, it's slightly of exaggeration.
Yeah.
Only slight, but not very, because when it went through my whole life, every bit of it,
Yeah.
from when I was 12 now, and before that even, but from 12. And what you're saying there, I think you should have used manipulation there. First thing, you're manipulating.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. The manipulation through others as well. But like, because of friendships and people wanting to fit in, that's how they can be vulnerable to others, because of the people pleasing and the fitting in.
But there's another thing now, you see. Pleasing other people. Never do that.
That's we don't do that. Yeah.
Wanting to get into a company and not being accepted. You should know after 10 minutes.
Yeah.
They don't want you.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
And that's why I always say to people, no, you won't blame me. I know you don't like me. I don't like you.
Yeah.
I'm superstar now with it. And that's it.
Yeah.
And that's the way you answer it back. And then they know where you're stunned. And you stun them. They know you're telling the truth to them. They've also known that you were trying to get something up. Manipulation again.
Yeah, manipulation again. Yeah. But maybe what we might do is have a load of questions and interview Uncle Liam one night. We might do an interview and a podcast with Uncle Liam one evening. Yeah.
I could see the sadness in your face and all. But doing that. Yeah. And your mind is gone. And you're going into oblivion.
Yeah, you're focused. You're focused.
Negatively.
No, you're focused on one topic.
One topic. Your brain will take that in and you'll enjoy it.
Yeah.
Now, you even said it to him. Yeah. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did.
I did. I very, very much enjoyed it. Your uncle talks sense. He does indeed, Kaz. He's, hey, Helen. He's been through the mill himself. Do you know what I mean? Uncle Liam has a lot of life experiences himself as well, to be able to guide others or to be able to give information out too. So yeah, I thank you so, so much, guys. You have been absolutely amazing. I thank you for all of the love, all of the beautiful, kind comments. I didn't know you were still on. I am still on, yeah. We're just exactly an hour on now. So we are. We shall see you later on. We might come live on TikTok over the weekend. We shall see. So yeah, thank you so much. Much love, guys. Thank you.
Now, are they looking at you too, the same